Hey, Sandy. Have you ever noticed on a clear day you can see the Shoreline garage from here? Hey, I said...
I heard you.
Well, I said on a clear day you can...
It's not a clear day.
But things are clearing up, right?
What do you want?
Cup of coffee.
Okay.
You sure got out in a hurry this morning.
Yeah.
You must have tippy-toed right by me. I can usually hear the sound of the bedroom door when it cracks open.
I walked out the way I usually do. What do I have to tiptoe for?
It's not very comfortable sleeping on that couch out there. I mean, the slightest noise wakes me up.
I didn't tiptoe, okay?
You know, I thought maybe this morning, maybe the ice would thaw a little bit.
Drink your coffee.
Are you coming home right after the shift, Sandy?
Maybe.
Well, good. I'll see you then.
No, I'm going to be very busy.
Oh. What are you going to do, vacuum the place? Again?
I don't like to live around dirt.
You still think I murdered Ann Howard?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, maybe you'd like to talk about something more important. Like the good old Shoreline garage.
Oh, here we go again.
That's right, baby. Here you go again. It must be awfully convenient. I mean, having that garage a few steps from the house, a few steps from here.
Yes, lucky Rodney.
One of these mornings, there's going to be a different little Sandy Weber coming out of that house. A little Sandy Weber that doesn't tippy-toe by her sleeping husband. A little Sandy Weber that stops and wakes her husband up and says hello and smiles.
Surely.
Do you want to know why? Because I'm going to do something that's going to make little Sandy Weber come running back to her husband. That's why.
Oh, you're going to do something.
That's right.
To who?
Not to somebody. You've got that all wrong, Sandy. I'm going to do something for somebody. For the only man in this town that didn't shut the doors on my fingers when the judge said not guilty.
He didn't say anything of the kind.
For the only man in this town that walked up to me after the hearing and said, Lee, congratulations, Mr. Martin Peyton.
What are you up to?
You know, I don't have to take anything from anybody anymore, Sandy. You hear me? Nothing. Keep the change, Sandy.
Carson residence.
Rachel?
Yes?
It's Rod.
Oh, hi, Rod.
Hi. I just was wondering how you're getting along. Are you getting settled all right?
Oh, yes, fine. They're wonderful, and Mrs. Carson she's such a beautiful person.
Yes, she is.
Oh.
Rachel?
Oh, just a minute, Matthew.
What?
What?
Yes, Mrs. Carson is a beautiful person.
Yes, she is.
Rachel. Rachel, I was wondering. I thought maybe after I get off work tonight, I thought maybe I could come over and pick you up. We could go and have some dinner or something.
I really can't, Rod, because, you see, it's my first night here, and, well, I just better stay here.
Well, we'll do it another time then.
Sure, and thanks for calling. Oh, bye.
Goodbye.
She turn you down?
Did you hear him knocking?
Oh, well, I did knock. You just didn't hear me. Oh, what's the big deal, Rod? Who was she, your secret love or something?
Hey, what do you want, Sandy?
Well, I just came by to see how your grandfather was getting along.
Yeah, well, he's doing as well as can be expected.
How do you think the fire started?
I haven't got the slightest idea. Would you please get off there?
Well, aren't you the least bit curious?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to know what your husband's going to do when he finds out you've been hanging around here again.
Not hanging around. I just came over to see how you're...
I know, to find out how my grandfather was getting along. Let me remind you of the facts of life, lady, all right? Number one, you have a husband. Number two, you have a husband with a very foul temper. And number three, you have a husband who has the habit of beating up on his wife when given half the excuse.
Number four, what makes it your problem? What are you anyway, some kind of a one-man humane society?
Okay, Sandy, let's forget the whole thing, but do me a favor. Will you stay away from here?
Why? Because I don't play hard to get like that dumb girl on the phone? Because I let you know how I feel?
No, because you're married.
Well, if being married means having a marriage certificate, yeah, I'm married. But if being married means having a life together with someone, I'm as single as you are.
Hey, miss.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Listen, I just wanted to find out who was taking care of old man Peyton.
Please be seated.
Hey, counselor. You wouldn't happen to be on your way to see old man Peyton, would you? No. No. Oh, Dr. Fielding. Isn't that the fellow that's looking after him?
That's right.
Would you mind if I went along?
Well, as a matter of fact, Lee, I'd mind very much.
Oh. Well, I just wanted to try to meet him. I wanted to find out how the old man was doing.
I'm lost, Lee. What's the sudden interest for Martin Peyton?
Oh, you were with me after the hearing when he walked up and congratulated me.
I remember.
A guy like that gets friendly with me. You can bet that I'm going to get friendly with him, too.
Well, Dr. Feely. Mr. Cord, I'm glad you're here. I was going to
My
call you
name's
out.
Weber, Lee Weber, Dr. Fielding. I'm a very good friend of Mr. Peyton's.
Mr. Weber? As I was saying, Mr. Cord...
I was wondering, just how long do you intend to keep him here, Doctor?
Oh, a few days, possibly a week. I was going to call
Well,
your
maybe
secretary.
he needs something to do. I could pick him up some magazines or books or something.
Doctor, would you give this to him for me, please? Certainly. I'll talk to you later. Fine.
You make sure you tell him that we stopped by to say hello.
I will. If you need me for anything, just call. Right. Well, that was quite a performance.
Well, thank you, Coach. You taught me all I know. Listen, I hope he tells the old man I stopped by to say hello.
I'll say one thing for you, Lee. You'll learn fast.
Yeah. Hey, what was in that box you gave the doctor?
None of your business. But I'll tell you something that is your business. I've been carrying something around inside of me. And you know what it is? A big ball of hate. You know who it's for, Lee? It's for you. For you, Lee.
Well, man, you want to go another round like we did that night in the shoreline? Do you remember how fast you hit the deck, boy?
You can knock me down 100 times, and that won't help you, Lee. Because I'm going to chop you into tiny pieces, and I'm going to wash you down the drain. In my own way, and in my own time.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
No bargains. Remember that.
I just want you to be sure, that's all I ask. Because when you've taken the first step, there's no turning back.
I wanted to talk to you this morning, but you left so early. What was your hurry?
I can't stand being in the same room with you.
Now, there's a new world, and Stephen Cord's creating it. We can't let that happen, Rod. We'd both lose. Both of us.